Hey everybody, welcome back to Invest In. My name is Logan, and today, as a super host on Airbnb, one of the things that we're required to do is to maintain our hot tub that we make available for guest use at one of our rentals. So I'd like to take you along with me today, a little bit of a day in the life, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how we go about draining, cleaning, and refilling and rebalancing that hot tub for guest use. We've been doing this now for over a year. We've got multiple years of Airbnb history, and we've gotten nothing but 5-star reviews out of this hot tub experience. Guests love it, and I'm going to show you it's really not that hard for you to do this on your own. So come on, I'd like to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go. Alright, so the very first thing that we need to do is prepare the hot tub. Now, in my case, of course, that includes taking off the cover, removing everything from inside, the slow dispense chlorine, our smart monitor. I'll do a video about that next time, as well as anything else, thermometers or floaties. Also, it's very important that you make sure the power is shut off. Shut it off at the breaker. Don't worry about shutting it off at the tub. Shut it off at the source. You're not going to want to accidentally run the motor. Once that's done, what I'm using today is a sump pump. Now, this is honestly one of the cheapest ones that I could find. I picked it up locally here at Menards, and a simple hose to drain from it. As you can see, it doesn't have to be very big to get the job done. So now that you've got that sump pump hooked up, what you're going to want to do is to basically just submerge it to the bottom, the lowest possible point in the tub, and turn it on. I've sped up the video here of it draining by about 7 times, so in reality this didn't take all that long, but it took a little bit longer than what you're seeing here. And basically when the water level started to go down, what I did was to use that time with the garden hose, scrubby brush, some soap, to clean the edges of the hot tub. Over time, bits of lotion and chemicals and stuff, despite, our best education, things still happen. People still come in with stuff that they shouldn't, and it's important to really spray and clean that down as you go. In this case, all that dirty water is just going down and getting pumped out through that sump pump at the bottom. I make sure to go all the way around, get the seats, scrub the jets themselves, scrub really everything at this point, because again, you've got that sump pump in there. It's going to be able to pump it all out. Now that all your water is removed, I'm removing the garden hose sprayer attachment and attaching a filter onto the hose. This right now is our well water, so it does have impurities in it. This filter you can easily pick up online or from your spa store to really get rid of a lot of those impurities and let that water come in as clean and neutral as possible. This process to fill is going to take you longer than the process to empty if you're using a sump pump like I did. Now, what I like to do during this part of the process is to start to work on cleaning the filter. Now, depending on how dirty your filter already is, it may just need to be replaced. But in our case, we remove it and we let it soak in a filter solution and spray it out, get it going again to preserve the life of that filter. Most of them just turn in clockwise, counterclockwise, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
2 hours later.
So now that your filter is clean and reinstalled, the hot tub is nearly full in this case. What we're going to do is to put that filter back in, screw it in, put the cover back on top of it, and we can put everything back inside. It's okay if your hot tub isn't completely full yet, but adding in that slow dispense chlorine, adding in your thermometer and such, that's all just fine right now. We've got the water coming in, and we do need to treat it, but at least as of right now, we've got everything going back into the tub to get it ready for use again. So now that the hot tub is completely full, the hose is out, I turn on the jets, and I also get out the test strips, and we use these test strips in combination with our smart meter to give everything the best possible accurate measurement. Give it a wave, give it a read. In this case, it's going to more or less tell you what your base readings are. It's going to tell you your pH, it's going to tell you if there's any chlorine that's, in the water from the shock that you may have applied or anything like that. This really is going to help you to achieve that balance down the road. We do use, this is the type of shock. We measure and add, we put in some stain guard as well to help protect the tub. We need to use on occasion some pH increaser, some alkalinity, also pH reducer, depending on what's necessary. Now, in addition to simply draining, filling, cleaning, balancing the hot tub, we also use this opportunity while it's still coming up to temperature to make sure that there's no debris introduced into the hot tub. This may include, little bits of rocks or pebbles, things that basically the sump pump didn't take out, or anything that may have fallen into the hot tub while this changeover process was occurring. What I'm showing here is a submersible filter vacuum that we purchased off of Amazon. It's pretty cool. As you can see, it cycles water through, and ultimately we use it. I've got the video sped up here, but we just walk it along the bottom, walk it along the seats, and it will suck in water and then spit the water back out again in the tub, cycle it through, and capture any debris in the filter inside. So like I said, those little bits of leaves or, tiny bits of sand, things that may have been left in the crevices that the sump pump didn't get, we're able to get with this vacuum. It's now time to do a recheck after we initially balanced, and things are looking pretty good. We've got a good amount of free chlorine from the shock, but other than that, the pH is in balance. Everything seems to be reading right. As the test strip indicated, our pH was just a little bit high, not too bad, so I'm just going to put in some of the pH decreaser, and we're going to turn on the jets to get that circulating. We're going to give everything a good bit just to settle down. It's important to add your chemicals one by one so that you can re-measure and reassess. Also, make sure that you're running the jets while those chemicals are circulating. And really, that should just about do it. Once you've got new clean water in your tub, you've got all the debris out, you've got everything, wiped down in the process, new filter, new chemicals, it really just takes some additional time to come up to temperature. This is going to vary a lot based on the weather, based on how cold your water was when it went in, and what you have your tub set to. I like to take a manual temperature reading along with checking what the tub says. In our case, it's coming almost 80, 75 here. We probably took in total about 5 hours to get up to temperature. It really depends, but it's just a waiting game. There's really no efficient way to speed that up. So you're going to want to make sure that you're not doing this on a day that you've got, limited time or bad weather that you can't really maintain this process. Well, there you have it. Hopefully you were able to get some value out of this video, whether or not you're an Airbnb host or simply just somebody looking for hot tub tips, or perhaps an Airbnb host who's contemplating adding a hot tub. In my experience, it really doesn't take a lot to keep on top of the hot tub. If you let things slack and slump, then yes, you're going to have a problem. You need to be able to stay on top of things week by week, guest by guest, and keep things balanced, keep on top of things, and, perform these deeper maintenance tasks as necessary. So hopefully you got some value out of this video. I would love to hear in the comments what you all think about hot tub maintenance, and specifically this changeover process. Is there anything else you'd like me to cover from our Airbnb journey? We're growing the channel. We'd love to have you along with us. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.